Hello traders, welcome back to another video. This is day 23 of recording my entire trading session for 90 days. Uh, Today was a toppy day. Today was not a good day to be trading. We ended up taking 4 trades in the morning for 3 losses and a break even, and the evening I took 1 trade for a win of $247. And yeah, let's see how today went. So like I said on the last video, I think I'll probably tweak these videos a little bit. As you guys know, in my last 20 videos that I made, I would do like a trade recap start, and then I would play the entire trading session with no context, just put some fire as music and just let it run. I do like that concept, but I also like the concept of just providing you guys with the maximum value with the least amount of time. I feel like the best way that I could do that is by not just eliminating showing you the trading session, rather me just going through the trading session, just fast forwarding it into the most important parts, and then go over what I was thinking, and then we would just end the video there. I feel like that would bring the most value to you watching this video without spending like 30 minutes watching one single video. So I'll just show you guys the screenshots of the trades that I took, and then we'll go on to the entire trading session. So 3 losses, 1 break even for 550, and then 1 win for 247, which took me out at the break even because I initially had my take profit over here. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So this was like you see, the 19th of February 2026. In the morning, it's the same philosophy that I'm taking into this trending system, is that I draw the lines on the 50-minute gap that price has made before the market open, and then I see which pools price goes to grab the liquidity, and then move on the other direction, if that makes sense. Like, let's say if we are bullish for the day, then ideally smart money would go and grab the lows, grab the 50-minute lows, because there's a bunch of sell side liquidity. Because if they're trying to buy and make the price go up, you gotta find sellers, and the best way to find sellers is to take liquidity to stop hunt. So they would go down and grab the sell side liquidity and then come back up, and price would go up. That is pretty much like the idea of how these markets work. There's like smart money and there's retail traders, right? So in the morning, let's just fast forward. Yeah, Thursday was not a good day, bro. It was just, price was just choppy, and all I gotta do is, like I said, just wait for all 3 indicators to align. And the first trade, I honestly, like, even though it ended up in a loss, I followed my rules, like all systems are telling me to go, and I put the trade on. That ended up in a loss, I believe. Yep, that stopped me out. So this is the 50-minute high, by the way. This white candle over here. So I'm looking to see if it's gonna break out, because if it breaks out, that means we're gonna trend up for the day. But there's also the possibility of it being a fake out, because it could just go up and grab those liquidity, like the buy side liquidity, and that would mean smart money is selling, and they would bring the price down. So there we go. We took a second loss. We went long again because I was trying to. If I'm being honest, I was kind of rushing the second trade because, like, I was scared. I felt the FOMO that the trend would start without me. But that's a false way of thinking, because I know from my experience that all these A plus setups never feel rushed. They feel aligned. Like, every trade you should be taking will not feel like a rush trade. It will always feel aligned. So I just want to keep that in mind going into the future. That's just like a lesson that I made. And every day in trading, you gotta look for the lessons that you can learn. You gotta be a student of the game. There's things to be learned every single day. So we took 2 losses so far. We're just waiting, because, like, you can see, as soon as my indicator is saying mean reverting, I will not take a trade, because that would not be me following my rules. So I'm waiting, and then I was I saw price break out of the high again, and I was waiting for that perfect pullback. So I put the limit order on. As you can see, 5 point stop loss, that is my risk. Like, I have a fixed 5 point stop loss. uh I sometimes adjust it, but nothing like too crazy. We would be like 6 points instead of five, but I would then risk down to make sure that I'm risking $200 per trade. So I put the trade on. It came back, it barely hit my stop loss, and it just, ooh, that was a good save, right? Or a good save, or rather a good stop loss placement. So that took us out at break even, because I went break even there. The reason that I went break even is because, like, like, ideally this was not me following my rules, because the market is mean reverting. The middle indicator is saying we're bearish, so I now went long. But yeah, we went break even, so that's two losses and a break even for the day. And the time is 11:09, and this is the morning session ends at 12 p.m. And I was kind of like winding down, and I was seeing if there might be the trend starting at 11 o'clock, because like it's entirely possible for the trend to be starting this late into the market. And I was looking, there was nothing clean on ES, and then I immediately started looking at NQ, and NQ broke out of the high, and all its indicators were saying go. So I took the trade on, and it ended up stopping us out. So three losses for the day. As you can see in the terminal, it's minus 550 for the day. And let's see our second let's see how our evening session went. So this is the evening session. We logged back in at 1:18 p.m. I went to the gym, came back, reassessed, meditated a little bit, and I was ready for the evening session. So basically in the evening session, we're waiting for reversals. I'm waiting for, let's say if I'm going long, I'm waiting for these lows to be closer and closer and closer together, and then it would basically make a market structure shift where I would take out a previous high, showing us that the market is indicating that we want to go high. And that's basically what this indicator is as well, but it doesn't mean I follow my indicator blindly. There's some context, like that's a filter, and I also use my filter inside my brain to see what trades I should be taking. So we were waiting and waiting. So as soon as price broke out of this high, then I'm looking for longs, because this low, let's see what that low was. So yeah, that low was pretty significant low, because we also had a fair value gap below that. So that's like a high probability area of price reversing, and that's what I was looking for. As soon as price took out the high, I was looking at the fair value gaps price created for me to enter longs. And you can see like that there was a 14-point stop loss, which is kind of too wide for me, because like I would usually like to stay in the, like, anything below 10 is the best, because like the bigger the stop loss, the less your risk to reward will be as well. So I was waiting patiently. I'm really happy about my current level of patience, because I could just wait for a setup, because I trust myself so much that I've seen this setup happen over and over and over again, that I knew that price would just come back and fill this gap. And let's see if it did. And matter of fact, it did. I put the stop loss 0.5 away from the nearest low, and I walk away. There's no reason for you to manage the trade after you put it on. So I was taking partials at this high and the full take profit at this most recent high. And you can see, bro, this price action is nasty. This is just barcode action right here. So yeah, we were just like ranging for the entire day, and it took. Oh yeah, I think I forgot. Like I said, I just like put the trade down and then I walked away. So like my Mac just went to sleep, and it ended up not finishing the entire recording. But you got the receipts over here. Took us out in profit for $247 at the market close, and yeah, that is just how it goes. So that is my performance for February 19th, 2026. And honestly, man, the market conditions weren't the best for the morning session, but the evening session, I did follow my rules. And, honestly, like trading isn't supposed to be like this very exciting, like it's not gambling. It can be gambling, but if you're doing it right, it should not feel like gambling. It should feel like this boring thing that you're doing every single day, coming in every single day and repeating the same actions. Where pretty much like trading is you're playing the game of life. Like everything that you need to succeed in life, you need to apply into trading, because you need to be consistent, you need to be disciplined, and you need to be persistent. And also, you need to be decisive. Like when you see the setup, you should not be questioning it. You should just put the trade on. And you need to be consistent where you show up every day, and you need to be disciplined where you only take your setup, because there's infinite setups in this market. Because trading is an environment where you have infinite creative control. Everything else in life, like you could see, even when we go outside and we're driving, there's rules everywhere except for trading. You don't have to answer to anybody when you're trading, and you can press a button for any reason. Nobody cares. You could press a button, you could flip a coin and it could say heads, and that's the reason you bought, and price could go up for that reason. Price is not going up because you flip the coin. Price is going up because there's an imbalance in the conviction of buyers and sellers. That is really what makes price moves. But basically, you have full creative control. And what we find out, the reason that there's a very low success rate in trading is because people don't really know how to handle themselves in a market like that. Because everywhere else, we just have rules, right? Like in school, we have rules. Even when we're walking in outside, we have rules that we're not supposed to walk in the road, right, where cars are going. We have traffic lights where we are supposed to stop when it's red and green when it's go. We have all sorts of rules in life, but in trading there's none of them, which also gives you full accountability. There's nobody else for you to blame. There's Because I see this a lot in people, and basically myself, that is how you recognize other people, is by looking at yourself. I see that we always try to externalize blame. It's never our fault, because the ego always wants to be right. It always wants to be on top. It always wants to be better than everybody else. But once you let God into your life and you say that, you know what, every trade that I put on is completely on me. I have to take full accountability. It's not the market's fault, it's my fault, because at the end of the day, I was the one who pressed the button, and it is on me. If it was a win and if I followed my rules, great. Just record it, journal it, and move on to the next day. If I didn't, if I made a loss, I gotta see if that was a result of me just probabilities playing up, because also this is a game of probabilities. You could do everything right and still ended up in a loss, because you have to think in a sample and not in a trade by trade basis. And yeah, if you made a loss, if it was you following your rules, that's good. If you didn't follow your rules, and if you broke your rules in some way, if you over leveraged, if you revenge traded, if you FOMO'd, any of those um, losses are there, because that it's exactly what you need to know right now in order for you to get to the point that you want to go. Let's say you're here right now and this is you making millions and billions of dollars in the future. So you right now, in order for you to get there, there's just a bunch of scenarios that needs to happen in order for you to transform into that person. So all these lessons, don't be discouraged by, don't have that victim mentality. Don't just like put your losses to the side. Journal them, record them, every single one, and ask yourself, why did I make this mistake? Because in every loss there is a lesson. There is a lesson to be learned, and until you learn the lesson, you'll just keep repeating the losses. So just take full accountability. And yeah, this is not me like giving any advice. This is just me talking to myself, like reflecting on the mistakes that I've made myself as well, because I've been trading for the last 2 years and I just became profitable for the last 3 months. So I've been making the same mistakes over and over and over again, and until I journaled my losses and journaled everything and reflected on it and actually took trading seriously, that's when the money started coming in. When I truly detached from the money and I said that, you know what, I don't care about the money, I don't care about passing evaluations, I don't care about these payouts. All I care about is having this journal. Let me show you guys. Hold on. All I care about is to make sure that this journal, all the trades looks the same. This is what it means by satisfaction. If it's a W, that means I followed my rules. If it's an L, that means I disrespected myself, and I never want to do that. So I could still end up in a loss and still be a valid trade because I followed my rules. And I said to myself, you know what, all I'm focused on is just following my rules. Just make sure that the sample is looking clean. There's no revenge trades, nothing like that. I'm not focused on the money. All I'm focused is on this, because my higher self was telling me if I focus on this, the money will just simply be a byproduct. Money will flow to you like water, because you can't chase money. If you chase something, it'll just keep running away from you, but you have to attract it. The way that you attract it is by having good actions, and this is a good action. So I know that it works because I've been able to get 2 payouts so far from this mentality. And yeah, I'm just excited to keep running these trades for however long, just get that back. Because you guys will see me build this $1 billion empire from brick by brick. But right now, in February 2026, I'm being completely honest with you guys. I'm not rich. I'm just a broke college kid. I work at McDonald's, bro. Like, I work at McDonald's, I go to university, and this is my life. But I see the vision. I see the vision of what I could be in the future. I've always had that since I was a kid, and that's why I said trading is the calling, because as soon as I saw these charts, my mind immediately clicked and it said, yo, this is it. This is what you're supposed to do with your life. Stop everything else. Put your entire life force into this, because the result will be financial freedom and everything else you want in life. So I'm very excited for the future, and I'm very excited to keep this momentum going. And yeah, let's see how the future goes. Let's see at the end of the 90-day series where we're going to be sitting at. So I'm very excited for that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching these videos. It really helps me out. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, and join the free Discord, because I'm really active over there, and there's like-minded individuals such as yourself over there. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you liked, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.